one too? Oh my gosh, you guys, myth confirmed! It's true, the toys actually move!
Oh, YouTube. A landscape of content that simultaneously manages to be extremely diverse and extremely similar. Now, while this is not always a bad thing, competition tends to breed better content. I think there are some people on this website who take these similarities a bit too far. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm glad you asked. There are some channels on this website that seem particularly contrived to me, as in somebody didn't just wake up one day and think, you know what, I really love YouTube, I like the platform, I want to try my hand in making videos. And that was their origin. Instead, their channel comes across as if their origin was somebody woke up one day and decided, you know what, I'm going to orchestrate a team of individuals who are going to study what goes viral in a video and replicate that until I become a millionaire. Now, while there's not inherently anything wrong with that, some people just see YouTube as a business and an opportunity to make money. If people only ever worked jobs that they loved and were super duper passionate about, we probably wouldn't get a whole lot done on this planet. However, with that being said, with YouTube being such a personal platform, I always find this kind of content a bit off-putting and struggle to understand why people like to watch it. And a good example of this kind of content is one of the channel's best friends, Topper Guild. Now, we all know Topper Guild from TikTok, where he does the food wasting act that actually he copied from somebody else as well, so I guess the topic of this video is already a bit extra relevant. But just looking through his channel, there's a few videos that strike me as familiar. First, to break into armored truck wins $10,000. I got hunted by the FBI. 100 dares in 24 hours. Trading a penny to a Tesla in 1 week. Lie detector test on Steven Scherer. Is he the pond monster? Now, that one I don't think has been done before, but I'm quite curious as to who Steven Scherer is and why he's a candidate for being the pond monster. Better question, who is the pond monster? Now, obviously, these are not the most original ideas, and when I say that, I mean that they are essentially straight up copies of very successful YouTube videos, but that's really just all of YouTube, so I'm not going to fault Topper for that. You know, super saturated, over-edited Photoshop thumbnails and some crazy impossible task like 1,000 dares in 24 hours or surviving in the Arctic wilderness, being hunted by the government, you know, stuff like that, which I don't really get the appeal for, but I'll talk about that later because I'm realizing it's been 3 minutes and I haven't shown a video yet. So we're going to be watching Busting 100 Movie Myths in Real Life. Spoiler alert, there will not be 100 myths in this video. Let's begin.
I am about to bust 100 movie myths in the next 24 hours. Some of the myths I am about to attempt are crazy. A movie myth is something that you see in the movies, but you aren't 100% sure if it can actually happen in real life.
There are a few movie myths in this video that if you are not sure about whether or not they can happen in real life, I do not think you are old enough to legally create a YouTube account.
So that is why I'm about to put these myths to the test. In the movie Jurassic Park, the main character runs away from a dinosaur wearing high boots. Steven, no! Steven, got me!
Can you imagine being the poor soul who was walking to their car during the filming of this segment? I don't think there would be any recovering your day after having to see this.
In tons of movies, people catch bullets in their mouth. It's time to put it to the test. Steven, hit it! Oh!
Now, Topper, is the myth that people catch Nerf bullets in their mouth? Now, one thing that I wanted to mention in the intro of this video before I talked forever is that while, quote, copying is kind of an unavoidable part of YouTube, I think what really justifies it, or maybe not so much, is just how you tackle it, how much you let your personality shine through, and honestly not even taking a dig at Topper, but so far this kind of just seems like standard big YouTube stuff. Screaming at the camera, constant moving text, or camera shaking a new topic every 15 or 20 seconds. You know, anything you can do to constantly keep the young mind engaged so they don't click off your video in favor of a CoComelon music video. It's always very obvious to me when a video is constructed to keep a child's attention, and nothing makes me want to click off a video more.
The next myth is that Batman always ziplines in and saves the day in his movies, so we're gonna see what Batman's made out of.
Unlike bullets and, well, I guess dinosaurs really don't exist that much anymore, but Batman is a fictional character. It's kind of implied that everything he does is a myth. Not sure where this one is going.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Well, I guess Batman does always save the day. Myth confirmed. Let's go. In the movie The Princess and the Frog, the princess kisses a frog. It looks really similar to this one, and she turns instantly into a frog. So now it's my turn to see if this is real or not. Okay.
You know, once again, going back to my previous point, not really content that seems to be made for anybody over the age of, I don't know, 5 or 6. Can you imagine a bunch of high school seniors gathering around a Topper Guild video trying to figure out whether or not kissing a frog is actually going to turn you into one?
In the movie The Titanic, there are 2 people left after the ship sinks, and they get to a floating door. Those 2 people's names are Jack and Rose, and Jack ends up letting go and sinking because he doesn't think that the door can hold 2 people. Today we are testing if the door could have actually held 2 people. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Are you touching?
I'm not touching.
I'm not touching either.
We're not touching.
Okay, this is one I actually don't feel too silly discussing. Sure, your elbows might be on the door. That doesn't change the fact that about 85% of your body is still submerged in water. The issue was not, you know, lack of door space for 2 people to have some part of their body on the door. The entire point was kind of to get your body out of the below freezing water. That's what gets you.
Another movie myth is that there's always a foot chase between the good guy and the bad guy. And for whatever reason, the good guy always uses the hood of the car to escape faster from the bad guy. So we're about to test if using the hood of a car in a foot chase actually makes it faster. I'm gonna start here with this bad clown, and I'm gonna touch that bucket over there without sliding across the hood of the car, and we're gonna see what time that is.
3, 2, 1, go!
Man, this poor parking garage, it's seen some things.
Oh, what's my time?
3:30.
3:30? Okay, now let's try it with the hood of the car.
3, 2, 1, go!
Cover! Get it! Grab it! What's my time?
7:74.
Okay, sliding over the hood of car does not work.
Okay, once again, I feel like this is a slight misinterpretation of the myth. Also, again, not really a myth either. I don't think anybody's sliding across the hood of a car because it's inherently quicker. I think they probably do that because there's a car in the way and you can't just walk around it. But hey, maybe I'm crazy.
In the movie Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow uses a boat to breathe underwater. Today we are going to be testing that with my boat. I'm on a budget, Steven, okay? Look, Steven. See? I'm floating. Ah! All right, time to see if I can breathe underwater.
I feel like we're starting to stray from the original definition of myth. Did everybody not do this as a kid? I remember at our local pool, me and my friends would always do this. We'd take the chemical buckets from the lifeguard closet, and thinking back on it, I'm surprised we're all still alive. But no, this is not a myth, and I feel like many of the things in this video were not considered myths to begin with.
So the next myth is that in every Superman movie, he can fly, so we're about to test that. Steven, this is a terrible idea.
Okay, I'm really not trying to repeat myself here, but Superman being able to fly, once again, not a myth. But I've got to give credit where credit is due. If you asked me to skydive for any sort of YouTube video, I would laugh at you, which sort of leads me into another point, something I've noticed about the recent wave of content on YouTube. Everything on YouTube is something like this, all the really popular stuff at least. Mr. Beast probably being the best example. I don't mean this in a negative way, I don't mean to sound like a boomer, but it seems like a lot of people are not satisfied with just a normal video anymore. Everything's gotta be this insane, over-the-top, $20 million production video. It seems like that is where all of the big content is heading towards, what all of the front page YouTube recommendations seem to be, and I'm just curious on the effect that's going to end up having on YouTube. I mean, YouTube has historically been a place where as long as you have a microphone and a laptop, you can make videos and you can develop a community. But with YouTube's algorithm seemingly favoring these kinds of videos that nobody but millionaires millionaires and already full-time YouTubers could ever make. I just wonder what it's going to do to YouTube in the long term. But with that being said, I think we've pretty much gotten the gist of this video. Surprise, surprise, there's not really any more myths being tested. We are gonna miss out on him making sure that Toy Story logic is not true, which is really a bummer, but other than that, nothing really of value we're missing. I realize most of this video has just been me talking about it, not a whole lot of the actual video itself, but I think that's kind of fair because once you've seen one of these videos, you've really seen them all. It's honestly just a bunch of staged nonsense made to look grand, but I must admit, I guess the video was not quite as bad as I was expecting. Maybe I just picked one of the better ones, I don't know, but that doesn't change the fact that this video and all the other ones I skimmed through on this channel, and admittedly many others, all seem to me as if somebody compiled a list of the most successful Mr. Beast and most successful Preston videos, and just started going down the list and copying every single aspect about them. Title, thumbnail, intro, content. These videos are all the same, and I cannot for the life of me see why people find them entertaining. Well, what do you guys think? Do you enjoy this kind of content? It's fine if you do, you know, different strokes for different folks, but for me, I just don't get it. I guess it just lacks a certain genuineness that I like on YouTube. To put it very simply, I suppose it feels sort of like TV, and I think that's why I don't like it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.